Welcome everybody back to Waiting for Nintendo. If we would have done the update first, it would have been an even 2,700, but one person has subscribed in the interim, and it is now 2,701.
Let's get it. Welcome back,
2701
everybody.
update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So channel's been doing good. We didn't get to talk about all the last videos from the last session, and I figured it would be impossible to have an update video with the details of the trip lingering in the back of our... Oh, we can't say that because... Oh, we're saving that.
Oh, that's a good point.
So that's the reason I wanted to get that out of the way. So now we can just kind of casually catch up and talk about what's been going on outside of Jason's big trip. First of all, shout out to Brendan of The Crawl and Tricky for stepping up when we needed them most. And covering a span of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days that a full week that we would have been kind of in some serious trouble. As of today, we're recording this as the Mystical Ninja starring Goemon aired, where Triky's getting beat up by his wife in the thumbnail.
Oh, yeah. That was a funny story.
That was really... I had a lot of fun with that.
I had a lot of fun listening to the guest segments, because, again, like, I didn't know about them. You know, I was not on the show. I was just observing the show for a whole week, and it was an interesting experience.
That was also part of why I liked the persisting for PlayStation stuff so much. I got the waiting for Nintendo experience for a little bit.
Yeah,
I got to sit back.
Like.
Every time I'm gone, and then like it's you and Meatball or you and Jonas. It's kind of like, okay. Even honestly, Jonas and Meatball when they did it on their own.
You want to? I didn't listen to 1 second of that.
Jason.
I would never. I'm sorry.
A lot of people actually enjoyed it.
He sent it to me first, I think, and I'm like, we're not fucking putting this on the channel.
Oh no. Yeah, I know. That was. I
basically was just like, we're not. No.
You basically launched it into being on the channel. Just
I leveled with him. I'm like, look, Hayden's too nice to just flat out tell you no. I'm just flat out telling you no.
Listen, no, it's not happening.
And then you did it anyway, so like, yeah.
Well, the thing is, when I clicked on it and I listened to it for a second, I realized he had Meatball there too.
Oh, okay.
And I thought originally it was just Jonas talking to himself for an hour, playing through the beginning parts of Pokemon. And I was like, I don't know, man. You know, I didn't think this was going to happen. But then I was like, hold up. There's a conversation. You know, they're talking about stuff.
Oh.
And then he was talking about, oh, it's so bullshit. This was going to be members only, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't have to be, honestly. I've realized that so long as people get their daily dose, like so long as we have a regular segment, like that's just a bonus.
Yeah,
if it was just one,
video.
You can't get mad at a second video, but like if that was your video for the day, I'd get it. I'd understand being upset.
Oh man, I remember, this is wildly off topic, but I think it's funny to remember. Back in like the AVGN in like 2010 or 11, whatever year he did the Christmas special that's all in rhyme. He really hyped it up, like on his website or like wherever he would post. He's like, "This is the best AVGN yet. This is awesome. This is like he's saying all this that about it." So normally new AVGN episodes would be on game trailers, but for this one, for whatever reason, the new one was on YouTube.
Okay.
But they posted something to game trailers in the interim, like a day before the real episode went out, and it was like a clip show, and everybody thought that's what he was talking about. He was that he was hyping up this clip show as being like the best thing ever, and people were fucking pissed off at him.
Well, didn't he hype up the Bugs Bunny fight as being the best thing ever?
He hypes up a lot of stuff, but that was before this, the Crazy Castle review, which is one of the best videos ever.
Yeah,
for being real,
one of the best
legendary
videos of all time.
It's legendary status, of course.
We should have a playlist of legendary videos.
Legendary videos. That's
legendary
sort of like
videos.
What's it called? Like, what's that old playlist called with all the videos? Like the required playlist, the something playlist.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You don't know about this?
I should watch it.
It's got like Yee in it. It's like like the dinosaur that goes Yee. Like it's like that's in there.
All of like the old stuff to new, like required viewing.
Yeah, there's that
mandatory
guy
viewing.
Whose mom gets really mad at him.
I don't know about that one. There's a lot of
there.
videos I've seen where the mom's getting really mad at their kid.
Well, it's just like...
My favorite, he's dressed up like Goku and he walks in to his mom's room, and he says something like, "Where the fuck?" I don't know, someone at, I don't know their name. And then she immediately gets up and starts beating him and then knocks him down the stairs, and he's dressed up as Goku, and it's just fucking awesome. God. I love it. It might be fake, but it also felt not fake at the same time.
If he falls down the stairs, it's fake, but like that's pretty funny still.
Yeah, it was good. It was one of those things where like even if it's fake, I mean, well done.
Yeah, well done.
This made me laugh. I enjoyed this. Yeah.
Man, that's gonna bother me. I don't know what the playlist. Somebody will tell me what the playlist is.
Someone will tell us. We don't have to worry. Yeah.
So we could make our own.
But yeah.
What would be on it?
You know what? I would put that, probably the best thing to start with would be that video, the half A press video.
That's a good one.
And then I would add the history of Japan. You know that video? It's like,
is that like the history of Norway?
It's like 9 minutes long.
I think you showed me this once and it didn't leave an impression on me.
Oh, it's one of the best videos ever made. Yeah.
Sure.
It's unbelievable.
I'll believe you.
I would have to sit and think on like what really would we would have to come up with some sort of rubric for like what determines. I mean, ultimately it'd still be our opinion, but we need some form of like reasoning to keep certain things out,
Sure,
argue about it. That could be fun.
Maybe a future segment.
I have to say this, the last time we recorded an update, it was the 2607 update. And that was on April 28th. Yeah, almost 100, just like the time before that, I think. So, like, there's a lot. I mean, and the first segment after that was Jason's Goodwill Plan. So here we are.
Maybe you are onto something about the persisting for, like, me not being here mattering, because I'm looking at subscribers by day. And the lowest day we got is the day that they were introduced. We only got one that day.
Oh, well, yeah, it's just a continuation of the daily uploads. It's not like for growth.
Yeah. Well, I know that. I'm just saying.
It's just fun. Yeah.
Just saying we only got one.
Are you seriously suggesting you think you don't matter in terms of being here?
I don't know, man. I think you could replace me. I think I'm replaceable.
Stop. Well, I mean, we're both technically replaceable.
I feel like we could, one of us could be replaced at any minute and then soar to new heights for a decade plus. A Game Grumps trajectory where,
Yeah, I don't think this channel has a chance of getting Game Grumps by either of us being replaced by someone else. I think that, they were already pretty successful.
They were, honestly, but they weren't anywhere near like Danny was such a great move because it got girls interested in the Game Grumps.
Really?
They didn't give a shit before with John. No.
So Dan was more interesting to women.
Yes, absolutely. The crossover appeal to like non people that were in this like fucking, I don't know, retro game YouTube space was enormous.
And that only are you sure that only happened after John left?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Pretty sure. All right. Well,
sure.
I don't know anything really about the Game Grumps. I only liked their individual channels. So
I mean, they were well under 1 million subscribers when he left, I think, and then
they did continue to grow. I mean, but they did get a lot. I mean, they were so culturally relevant still.
Yeah, but only like in our internet online circle. We forget how like there's a difference between like just going out in public and asking everybody at the magic shop who the Game Grumps are, and everybody knows who they are, and like people on the internet knowing who they are.
I mean, that's true, and they did continue to grow. I'd be curious to see the graphs.
Yeah, it's a shame Social Blade only goes back like 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But for the big channels, it's probably been documented on like Wayback Machine.
Yeah, you're right. You could just look at like different snapshots throughout time.
Probably.
Not enough to do it live though. I don't care that much.
But I think, honestly, if either of us wasn't able to do it anymore, that would probably just be the end of waiting.
Yeah, it probably would. Yeah.
What would be the point in continuing?
Well, you remember when Ian left the CU podcast? Pat just did it by himself for like a year.
And you know what? I trucked through those, man. I still listened on, and it was rough. I'm not gonna lie, but it was kind of like
a Mario plush in Ian's chair, and then just kept going.
Didn't even bother replacing him. I wonder if he even tried or if he just knew.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I guess it would depend on the size. Like right now, it would not. it just wouldn't matter probably enough to keep going. You know, like
I don't know.
if like we had a Game Grumps tier operation and we had like 100,000 subscribers, if one of us left, then it'd be like, well, I mean, we have to at least try and replace.
Listen, shout out to the weekly Warp Pipe, something that I listened to more than I probably should have during my trip because I just needed shit to put on.
Still going at all right.
Well,
all right.
he replaced his co-host with 2 other co-hosts.
That's true. He did
And
replace.
they get less views than we do, so like, you know, maybe it was worth it for him.
What was it? It was. It's not NES Complex, but he's friends with
Addict.
NES Complex. NES Addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there and then replaced him with 2 other guys
He did come back for one thing, but I think
he
that
comes, yeah, I mean, he's around.
Yeah.
Well, they bring him, he has like his own segment. Like they'll get him to like record like a 2-minute video where he'll, not even like that long, just like he'll pop
Just
up and like
saying
ask them a
something?
question. Yeah. Be like,
All
hey
right.
guys, what do you think about this? And then like then they talk about it. Let me tell you, I'm throwing shade. They're horrible at trivia. They're just absolutely. They should cut the trivia segment. It's
they
embarrassing.
should cut the trivia.
It's embarrassing for all of them. I'm not kidding. It like delegitimizes their.
I
show.
remember you told me about this. You were like, they didn't know like the sound of like something from DuckTales or the sound. I forget what it was.
It was even worse than that. Like they'll do like, oh, what's this sound from? It'll be from like Mario World, and they won't get it. I'm just like, come on, man. Like I'm not even exaggerating. Like that's like
Well,
an actual.
I'm
example.
really bad at trivia, but I could
Me too,
probably
but,
do
like,
okay with Mario sounds.
You would crush these because they're all
even
easy.
just the sound chip. You'd be able. Well, it's on this
Yeah.
system, so it's only between these games. Like,
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I don't mean to call them out, but
they've been called out. It's too
something I
late.
noticed because it's not just one episode. It's like every time they get to the trivia, I'm like, come on, guys.
Well,
They
hey,
don't,
maybe that's
they don't
part
do
of the
hard
fun.
questions, and they still don't get them.
Are you saying we should do a trivia segment?
No, because we'll look stupid.
Oh, maybe members only. That'd be a great members only segment.
No, we'll look really dumb.
Maybe that's the point.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. Well, yeah,
So,
let's walk
what's
over the
been going on
videos.
with our channel.
Yeah, let's look over what's all the way back. Jason's Goodwill Plan. That was fun. People still want that shirt. They want that
I'm
shirt.
not gonna make a shirt of that. It would be ridiculous.
We talked about Neo Geo stuff, the new Neo Geo coming out. I saw more information about that even after we talked about it.
I saw a lot of
People
people
are really
saying,
divided.
Oh, I saw a lot of people just saying that they're definitely gonna get it and they're really excited.
Yeah, I saw more of that than I expected. You know, I
Yeah.
watched the Happy Console Gamer on this one. And he was like, well, yeah, I'm buying the system and every single game.
It's $1,000, the bundle.
Yeah, and I was just like,
Yeah.
that's kind of wild.
$1,000 for a system that, like, I mean, yes, it is cheaper than like if you wanted to buy the real games for the old system,
Yeah.
but like at the same time, you know, you could just emulate everything on a computer like this.
Yeah, you all
could do it.
like, yeah, I don't know.
You could play all these games on like the Neo Geo collection or like on an Evercade or like whatever the fuck they're re-released on.
Yeah.
You could do it. You know, it wouldn't be that outside the box.
A Mister would be probably a better investment
Even-
overall.
Even like if you were to buy a Neo Geo console and like an EverDrive, I mean that's what, like $1,500. Like that's not that far of a jump from this.
Yeah, like the real thing.
Yeah.
Now, this new thing has more flexible outputs.
Yeah.
So there's that. And also, if it's exactly the same roughly, it'd
10
probably last
games
longer.
is not enough games. I'm sorry.
Well, I believe
If I'm-
that the plan is to release more.
Yeah, but you got to pay for them. I'm saying the bundle.
Yeah, yeah.
For $1,000, you get 10 games, and it's like, I guess technically, like if you piece it out, that's like 100 a game, and then the system for free. But
Let's
still,
wait
it's
and see how much the Steam machine is going to retail for, and then we'll compare it to the Neo Geo, and
you're
we'll decide
literally
which
right.
one's the better value.
You could also buy a Steam machine. For
Well, you can't yet.
$1,000.
We don't know how much it's going to be yet. So
Yeah, I don't know.
you didn't
I mean,
like
I-
my stinking movie? That was a good segment.
That was a good title and thumbnail. I'm proud of that.
I really
I'm not
liked
sure if
it,
the segment
yeah.
itself was that good, but like, you know, it's all about the packaging.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, the packaging's great. I look at it and it makes me happy with the big Yoshi in the background.
He keeps saying shit too.
Miyamoto, he can't shut his mouth. That Miyamoto.
Yeah, exactly. And then we had the Link's Awakening book club, which you haven't played any more of.
No, yeah, the next time we do it, it'll be after I beat it, and we'll just wrap it up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phil Summers, who bought for the frog the frog bell tolling game, whatever it's
Yes, the bell tolling frog game.
called. Whatever it's called. I can't. Whatever order the words are in, I don't know what they are.
Reference to the Bell Covenant in Dark Souls 2.
Yes,
The Bell
Bell
Keepers.
Covenant.
Yeah.
The title has something to do with bells, right?
Yeah, it's
For
like
whom the frog tolls? No.
Oh yeah, it's something like
what the
that.
fuck's the name of the game?
Oh, who cares? I don't care.
What do you mean? Well, now I need to know. For
Okay.
who the
All right.
for the what? For the frog, the bell toll?
I don't know, man.
Well, I'm looking it up. For the frog, no. Kara Nutari Niwai Wanaru. The frog for whom the bell tolls.
The frog for
Okay.
whom the bell tolls. There we go.
Yeah.
That's
He
it.
actually bought it. I don't think I would go that hardcore.
Well, buying it's cool, but it's I'd probably rather play a translation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same.
But
I don't know
hey,
how I would do it. Probably just on the Super, the EverDrive for the Super Nintendo.
this is also the insane Walmart video was funny as like a bonus video. That was a fun one. The Seto
Yeah, I mean-
Kaiba talking about the prices going up. We'll have another one of those segments later.
Wait, what went up? Oh, right. Oh, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yoshi looks good.
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the last Nintendo Direct that we reacted to before.
Nintendo used to care.
Yeah, but wasn't there one before that? Oh, yeah. So the one before that was April 18th.
I don't know.
We're continuing the trend of going really hard on the titles for these videos. Make
Well, that's all
make
you
you think it's anything other than what it actually is.
That
which is
was
just-
your idea. Mine was just like Nintendo E3 2014.
Yeah, Jason hates it. Jason hates
Yeah.
the E3 reacts.
Well, these are videos I root against in your own words.
Yeah, Jason's rooting against it, so we got to prove him wrong, guys. Think of how cool it will be to have a playlist where every Nintendo Direct they've ever done has been reacted to.
Whoa, that's freaking crazy, dude. Remember when we
And
first
no one
started
will
those?
care.
Remember when we first started those and we're like, what was the fucking channel that also did it at the same time?
Oh, Good Vibes Gaming.
Yeah, good vibe. Yeah,
Literally
like,
the day before I posted our first one, they re-reacted to the very first Nintendo Direct. I was like,
Yeah.
man.
we were
And it
just
was
like,
scheduled
what the
like a
fuck?
week out.
We were actually like mad. We were just like,
We
fuck.
weren't like for real mad.
I
It
was
was just
mad.
that kind of fun mad where it's just like, what? It's fun to pretend. I didn't.
How
actually
dare
care.
they? How did they had to have known we were?
Yeah,
coming in hot.
somehow they, they must have given the password to Brennan and Tricky. That's
You think
who
it was
did
them? They
Yeah,
leaked
and
it?
they must have seen our scheduled videos somehow hacked into our account, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Dang.
And then
So, yeah, what
we
else
had the
we
most
do?
recent ones.
We conjured up all of this Nintendo news with our last segment.
Conjured it up. Oh yeah,
Yeah, we made it.
Yeah, that was honestly, that was really, really funny that sandwiched in between, Nintendo hasn't given us diddly squat to talk about, and the direct reaction where we reacted to Star Fox Zero being revealed for the first time, and the Star Fox, yeah. So there was the Star Fox Emergency Direct, and so that was a fun little bit. Over 3,000 views. It did really, really well.
For us, yeah.
For us, yeah.
That's
us.
pretty good. That's pretty good
Not
for
bad.
us.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good for us.
For something we just crapped out.
Yeah, literally. Like just got on, talked about for a half hour and dipped.
That was one of my half days, I think. That was a day I took half
Yeah.
off. So,
Yeah, have your thoughts evolved at all on Star Fox? You still getting it?
yeah, of course I'm going to get it. I mean, I do understand how it's disappointing that it's a remake, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I think it looks good and I want to play it. So,
All right.
if that makes me a shit Tendo defender, then so be it.
Enabler.
Oh, it was enabling.
You don't necessarily defend it. Sometimes you do.
I'll defend
but
that.
You do enable it with your purchasing
Yeah.
habits.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't
Like-
think this is the most shit-tendo thing they've done. They've been way more shit-tendo than that.
What is the like most you've enabled? I remember there was one game you talked about you bought like just to show support and you didn't even play it. What was it, Yoshi or?
It was like half the Wii U library,
Oh yeah,
including the Star Fox game for it.
yo, you bought Star Fox Zero?
The day it came out, and I
Just
never
to
even
show
played it.
support.
I played Project Guard. That was fun.
Nice. Hey, that's cool. You played Project Guard.
Yeah, that was cool.
That became Labo, right? Or that was Giant Robot. That became Labo.
Yeah. The Giant Road.
Yeah.
No, Project Guard was packaged with Star Fox in a different
Yeah.
disc.
Yeah.
It was in a different case, and it's off-white. It's not white like every other Wii U case. It's like this infuriating off-white. I don't know why. I can demonstrate this.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see that thing. Nice little table, by the way.
What do we got? What other game should I showcase? Yeah, all right. Okay, so here we have the legendary Lego City Undercover,
Yes.
and here
The
we
3DS
have Star
version
Fox.
we had a game chat for.
Oh wait, I
Nice,
didn't
you
even
still
have
got
to
the
do this.
box,
I can just compare it to Star Fox because they're in the same fucking box. All right, notice how they're like different tones. I don't know if we can even.
It is a little hard to tell with this lighting. Actually,
God damn it.
yeah.
Maybe this just won't come through. One of them's
the
like
one
not-
on the one on the bottom is the Project Giant Robot, right?
Yeah. Well, wait.
It looks yellowy.
It is like yellowy. I don't know why they fucking did that, but they're all like that. They're all just out of
Maybe
the box.
because it's like not a full Wii U game. I don't know. They had to have some reason.
Who knows? But it's like they made it just a different shade for some reason.
So how was it?
I don't. I remember I played it with two different other people, and it was a little fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Where like one would look at one screen and I would look at the other, and we'd do that.
Okay.
Wasn't it just like a tower defense thing? I barely even remember it.
Yeah, it was like it looked like a stripped down tower. Like literally balloons looked more.
You're like looking
engaging.
at security cameras, and you have to like shoot stuff. I think I
It
think
looked
that was the
lame as
premise.
hell, man. It looked like it sucked.
It was kind of fun for like a two-player messing around thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So the Wii U was a good like invite friends over and play some games console. It was good.
You know what I realized the other day, that the Wii U is just a worse N64.
Yeah, that sounds
Totally
about right.
carried by the first party software, but even less like cool extra other games to find on it,
Yeah,
and very small library.
just crippled by the hardware. Like it lost the generation because the hardware was just not as good as the other ones.
It wasn't. I mean, N64, that wasn't the reason, but I mean, you
I
could
think-
say
well, I mean,
it
just the
was
whole-
tech related with the cartridges.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like
Yeah.
it. You know, the games themselves were like a fraction of the size, just data wise, as the competition. So like, you know, that's what
Yeah.
you're gonna make games for.
Yeah.
The other ones. So, yeah. What do I say? I say in my Quest 64 video that it's like 8 megs or some shit, and Final Fantasy VII's a gig and a half. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's that difference. It's huge.
Yeah, most of it's textures and music, but still.
Cutscenes, whatever. That
Yeah,
you know,
true. The cutscenes.
It's cool
yeah,
that
the
it's all
cutscenes.
there.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like, I mean, all of that just information, you know, it adds up.
Sorry, I had to burp. All right.
What
well,
else? You bought some monitors and then just ended up on your first one again?
Oh, yeah. No, I gave up on getting a new monitor for sure. That was funny. That was not a fun. It felt like I wasted a week researching, ordering, testing, returning, thinking about all that garbage. And I can tell you I'm not satisfied with my monitor currently, but it's, was paid for a decade ago. And so it's like if I'm paying money for a new monitor, I better like it. Because this one still turns on. So...
Honestly, when I was Goodwilling, I was tempted by some monitors, but I just don't have room in my life for another one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all monitored up. I got enough.
I will say I did still get a huge upgrade in the monitor department just because the monitor arm is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's fine.
So I didn't think that this one could connect, but I found out by unscrewing some stuff I actually could. It's older. It's an older monitor, and but I still could hook it up with the VESA mount. And it's like it's a singular arm that can move like up and down and around and twist and up and like just it's everything. And it's cleared up so much space on my desk, and I just love it. So
my desk isn't sturdy enough to have a monitor arm.
Yeah, that's too bad. Honestly, you know what's funny? The first purchase for the channel, technically, that I made was this desk in 2018. Nice. Really,
it's very nice desk.
Well, it's a countertop.
Yeah,
it's an IKEA. Nice, yeah, I saw a video. I think it was this old video from a channel called Snazzy Labs. And they got way big, actually, after becoming like talking about Apple stuff. Which I really only watched it for the desk. I was just looking up like build your own desks because I knew I wanted a nice desk. And it was like, oh, you can buy these legs for it for like $20 each. I think they might even been 14, the ones I got. They were stainless steel and adjustable. And then this was an 8-foot long countertop that was just solid wood. And when I got it, I sanded it down a little bit, and then I stained it with some oil. And then after that, I did, I think, 3 coats of polyurethane because I didn't want to have to worry about water or anything like that.
Oh, so you just like really worked on this thing, damn.
Yeah, I still have photos of like kind of like getting it all ready. And you would kind of go with the micro sander over the polyurethane before doing another coat.
Were you good in shop class?
I never took shop class, but I did take engineering tech.
That wasn't, well, my school didn't fucking have that, but we had to take shop class in middle school.
Yeah, I had a class, it was an elective, and it was called Engineering Tech. They had Engineering Tech 1, 2, and 3. And it was basically just baby engineering, because that's what I thought I was going to do when I went to school. That's actually what I was initially going to do when I went to college the first time, before I realized I didn't want to. Which was funny because my engineering tech teacher was telling me, like, you're sure you want this? Because it doesn't seem like you want to do this. But like, yeah, we had CAD, we had access, we had licenses to AutoCAD. And so like I recreated one of my guitars in CAD and we would like sketch. But this guy, man, the problem with that class is it was really hard and it wasn't weighted. So it was like, it was all the work of an honors or an AP class, but without, you know, like if you got a B, you got a straight 3. It was like, oh, you know, like if you're...
Oh, that's an, dude, B would be the best grade I got in all of high school.
Well, I didn't really give much of a shit, but there was something, so like the teacher, Coach Crow, did something to piss me off literally the last project of the year, and it made me so upset. I got one of the green slips to change my mind about the classes I had registered for. So I took Engineering Tech 1 and 2. And I was signed up to take 3, and then I quit because of yeah, man. He like we had this bridge project, and you had to build a bridge with glue and popsicle sticks, and you were only allotted certain weights of these different materials, and you had to make it work. And so how they tested up is you put it between 2 upside down buckets with a string in the middle. There was this little shitty car that you pressed a button and it went automatically, and it had to be able to go across the bridge. And like the slightest little like thing would make it go get hung up, you know. But mine passed the bridge test or whatever. But then you tie a string, and they have a bucket at the bottom of the string. You pour sand in it until it breaks, and then you weigh the amount of weight that your bridge was able to hold.
Okay.
So that was, and you had to like. There were like design steps that you had to take along the way and say exactly what you were going to do in your notebook and all that stuff. But as he's doing it, usually the procedure was you just dump sand and dump sand and dump sand, and then eventually it breaks. But for me, what he was doing, like with other people in the room too, was like Tom was handling the sand that day. And he was pouring a little bit, and he goes, hop, wait. And it's like, you know, just letting it sit there instead of just pouring through the sand like he did with everyone else. And so that really upset me. So he's giving it more time to like weaken the structure, basically.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like instead of just pouring, like you get a little bonus sand the other way. Like,
Sure.
like it would have, like if you had left it.
You're right.
And so it was just like, I
So
felt
you
like
think
he was,
you think your weight got deflated by that?
it absolutely did. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? I was one of the 3 people in our class that had our egg project succeed, which is where you were only allowed to use cardboard and popsicle sticks and I think hot glue. I think it was those 3 materials. And you had to, and it was only allowed to be within 1 cubic foot. And it was supposed to be an egg protection device. So you had to have a place to place the egg, and then you just drop it from different heights, and it couldn't crack. If it cracked, you lost. You didn't get to move on to the next round. The thing is, too, he was brutal with grading. Like, he just straight up give kids D's and F's all the time. But, like, the final drop was from 23 feet, I think.
That's pretty high.
And mine was one of 3 that successfully
Good
cradled
job.
the egg.
Good job.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't even think I got a full A on it. I think he gave me either an A- or a B+. He just, man, he was something about it. What was so weird though was I had a class right next to his classroom the next, my final year, my senior year of high school. And like me and a few buddies who used to be in that class, we'd pop over all the time because it was his break room from that class. Like, not his break room. It was like he didn't have a class that period.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
A gap class. And so, like, we'd come in and we'd just play games on the computer. Like, I'd play, like, Age of War on congregate.com, or we'd go to addictinggames.com and play the Impossible Quiz. And he would talk with us and was happy. And I was like, what the hell, man? Like, why did you have to be such an asshole as an actual teacher? But you're like, cool.
You probably just didn't think that he was. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I went on way too long about this, so I apologize.
I wish my school had literally anything cool. That's the thing about going to a rural high school. You don't get anything cool.
Yeah, and I was talking about that today actually, because I took Sakina to my old high school to help her learn to drive. So we were driving around. She was driving around the parking lot there, and she said she thought it was like a nice looking high school, and it is a newer school. And she said hers sucked. And then I was like, yeah, I was remembering when you told me about your high school, and you said every high school in northern New York is exactly the same. It's just some brick building built in the 40s or something.
Yeah, pretty much. Every single small upstate New York town has a giant brick building that was built in like the 20s, and that's the school.
Yeah.
All of them. They all have it. And I mean, if you're a bigger town, then you have since replaced your school, but like if the smaller ones, like under 2,000 people, it's like, no, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Something romantic about that, though.
I guess. I don't know.
So many classes of people moving through like the same physical structure is kind of an interesting thought.
Sure.
Like there was no history to my high school.
You're right.
Built it.
There is a lot of like history, I guess.
Yeah.
You feel it.
They built it in 1999, I think. Like,
yeah, there's no history.
My
there.
friend's older brother, one of those who's like his brother's like 8 or 9 years older than him, was part of the first class. And it was kind of just like, it was just brand spanking new. No culture.
What's interesting, though, about where I went is that there are a lot of additions. Like, the core building is there, but then over the years, they added, like, other wings. And you could always feel going to, like, the core building. Like, the vibe would instantly change.
For the better or for the worse?
As a kid, for the worse, but, like, as I grew up, for the better.
Nice.
Like, yeah, I think it's cool, as you, like I'd love to walk into that part of the school now, like, because it's not an accessible, it's not like you don't enter, like, the lobby and then you're in the old part of the school, like, you're in the new. So, like, it would have to take some sleuthing to get back there, and, I don't know, I wonder what
you
it would
could
be
do
like.
it. You visited the old gym you used to play basketball in last time.
Yeah, but that's direct, I just walked right in.
Yeah, true.
So, that was, I actually had to sneak in. Did I tell the story when it happened? I probably did.
Yeah, you did, but I mean, no one was here then, probably.
Tell it again. Whatever. It's been a year, whatever. So I show up because I look at the school website, and I'm digging around the school website, and I find the gym schedule. I couldn't find the basketball team schedule, but I found the gym schedule. And on, like, the schedule for who was supposed to be using the gym this night, it said game boys basketball versus whatever the fuck. I don't remember who.
Game Boy basketball?
Yeah, so there was a game that night in the gym. Like, that's what the gym was scheduled off to be used for a few hours. So I show up, and it doesn't seem like a game. There's nobody there. I'm just like, what the fuck? Well, I couldn't walk in the front door, actually, and there's, like, no cars there. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I snuck around the back because there's a hidden, like, back entrance that you know about if you played. And I walked in there, and then they were playing a game, and it was, like, just them and, like, the other team. There were no, like, people in the stands or anything. So it was, like, a scrimmage.
But there were,
like
okay,
game.
so it wasn't like a real game.
It was like a preseason game.
Okay.
A closed door scrimmage, as it's known. They don't let anybody watch.
Kind of get a feel for...
Because if you open it up to the public, other high schools can, like, scout the game.
Okay.
They can get film on your team and stuff. So
they actually care
door.
to that level? That's interesting.
Oh, of course. Yeah, there's scouts for, like, all the fucking teams in your league when you're... Yeah. You kidding me? Brother, they would do it for the JV teams, too. They'd scout both of them. What's funny, though, is I bet these days they just take video. But back in my day, they wouldn't do that. They would literally, like, they would have, like, clipboards and fucking write shit down. We had people do it for our school, too. We would have a scouting report on, like, every team. So.
That's interesting to me that, you know, people do care about high school sports, but I always thought it was more like just a Texas thing.
Well, I don't. Well, again, like, my school doesn't give a shit about football. Like, we don't even have a team, so not anymore.
Basketball, I guess, is more popular up there.
It depends on it's school to school. Like, I don't know. At our school, like, lacrosse was definitely like more people cared about that than football.
That's interesting.
So yeah. No, it's like where I'm from, it's like a 50-50 shot they even have football. It's just like a lot of them just don't now. So, we were always really bad, so like whatever.
Yeah.
We never won anything in football anyway.
Our school had horrible sports, generally speaking.
We have 2 state titles in basketball. In football, I don't even think we've ever made the playoffs. So it's just like, we'd suck. Where the fuck was I going with any of that? I don't remember.
I don't either.
Yeah, what the fuck
were we talking about?
I don't remember.
It started with the monitors and then monitor arms, and then I
can do some pickups. I bought some stuff during my trip.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not?
I can show you everything that's within arm's reach.
Did you get that table behind you?
No, I use that in like videos. That's not a table. I just bought a slab of wood at Home Depot and put it there. I didn't like sand or like do any fancy shit like you did because I don't know how to do that.
Fancy shit.
Oh, you're right. We went from that to shop class. I took that in middle
engineering
school.
tech, high school driving, Jason's high school.
When I went to high school, we just didn't have like there just weren't any cool classes, so I didn't take any.
I don't think we had a shop class at my high school.
Well, in middle school in New York State, you're required to take shop for 1 year, so we did.
Interesting.
You're also required to take art, and you're required to take some other bullshit. I don't remember. But anyway, I got this thing, which is like a save state thing for the Super Nintendo.
That looks awesome.
I don't know how it works. I haven't tried it, and I just bought it.
Game Saver Plus.
I got Pit Fighter because it's the worst game on the Super Nintendo.
I loved it. That was one of my favorite parts of that video, where you're like, "No, it really is. It really is bad." You thought it wasn't. You thought it wasn't going to be that bad.
I didn't, but it was. No. Then I got PTO, which is a Koei game I didn't own.
Nice.
So I scooped that up. But then the big thing. These I didn't get these. This is not spoiling the video, by the way. I'm spoiling shit that I got in like game stores. Oh god, I dropped it. All right, hang on. Oh no. All right, no, we're picking up the pieces. Okay, I got the this thing which I'd never heard of. I got the Sufami Turbo.
The Sufami Turbo.
The Sufami Turbo. The Sufami Turbo, because I didn't know what this was. There's a good chance you don't know what this is.
Hudson, right?
It's like the Aladdin deck enhancer for the Nintendo that there's an AVGN and like a gaming historian about, so you've heard of that. You put this in your Super Nintendo, and then there are games you put in here, but there's 2 slots. That's weird, right? The games communicate with each other. They like share a currency. Like every game released for this uses the same currency, and you can like get money in one game and transfer it to another. But the big thing that these were used for, like the big thing, the quote big thing, there's only 13 games for it, but 6 of them are Mobile Suit Gundam RPGs.
Yeah.
which are like Fire Emblem, except
It looks awesome.
it's like Fire Emblem, but you can trade and battle your units as if it's Pokemon. So like you put like a Mobile Suit Gundam RPG into one side, and then you put a Mobile Suit Gundam RPG into the other side, and they can actually like fucking communicate. I think you can even like transfer your save files and like your money and stuff. I'm not sure how this even works. And the funny thing is there's almost no information or gameplay about any of these games in the English-speaking internet. So
that's gonna hopefully be a banger.
There's a Did You Know Gaming episode about this thing, which was neat.
Yeah.
I did definitely watch that.
I'm sure Dr. Lava's gonna have something to say about it in the comments.
Perhaps. We'll see. But we'll see. I mean, maybe every SNES RPG is not quite dead yet. Who knows?
The gameplay looked awesome when I looked it up, by the way.
I just hope that they're not that long, honestly, because if I want to beat 6 of these fucking things, I just hope they don't take that long.
Yeah.
If that's the goal. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure if this video is even going to materialize, but I think it could be fun. So, I had to buy it. I just had to. I saw these at a game store, and I'm like, I had to have it.
And also now you've got you did buy a Super Famicom.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, on Buyee, I bought a Super
it.
Famicom. So that's it's been shipped, but I chose the slow option. So, well, now I need to fucking put the right game to the right case because I don't know which one's which. I guess I'll just set them aside and figure that out later.
Yeah.
Doing it live right now.
I can help you line it up probably.
I mean, I'll do it on like color. The color on the cartridge is the same color on the box, and I'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be good. So yeah, I mean that might be a potential video later, but I've got a backlog of stuff that I want to make videos about, and I don't know when I'm going to get to that. So
yeah,
one thing at a time. I got to finish Goodwill. So
yeah, I'm trying to get things done myself.
Yeah. How's Urban Champ coming?
Well, could be better.
Oh,
could be better. The problem is too that there's going to be a video before Urban Champion.
So. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure I mentioned that. Maybe I didn't mention that before. There's a video before Urban Champion, so
okay,
working on that too.
I knew you were working on a non-retro game video, but I thought that was after.
There's one after I'm working on as well, and I already started the game after that.
You're a real Tim Rogers over here. You're working on every video at the same time.
Look at me. No, the problem is like specifically this last week. Let me actually bring up a calendar. I have just these past 2 weeks, I'll say. So like we're on the 14th right now as of recording this. I'd say for the last 10 days from that Monday up until the 14th, I have gotten things done, like we did emergency sessions. I got the boys on, we recorded that, did some game chats. I haven't been as productive on my own stuff, and part of that's due to the monitor stuff that consumed a little bit of it. But I've been having a tough time getting things like, I've just been really exhausted with the stuff going on in my life, like the regular real life shit. So,
yeah.
But today has been really good so far in terms of getting things done. So I can say that. And it's cool my sticks came in. So.
Oh, dude, hell yeah. Show the sticks.
Yeah, I'll show them. I have a pickup too.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he ordered these arcade sticks on Buyee, our favorite website now. Honestly, along with my Super Famicom, I also got, I think, 5 complete in-box Super Famicom games with it. So
yeah, this is one of my new ASCII sticks. It's solid metal. This is...
Well, that sounds amazing.
That's the second one actually sounds even better, and it's got like real arcade buttons, and it connects using this connector, which is a little bit different. Yeah. It's a 15 pin connector. So it plugs into the side of the Famicom.
You can't not use this on American systems then.
There's an adapter you can use.
Oh, okay.
However, you'll notice the same port is in the back. And you can daisy chain and use both of these, which I've already tried, and it works. It's amazing.
Oh, All right, we're gonna have to play. I don't know, 10-yard fight when I come over.
This is the one that was actually a little cheaper because it was like kind of beat up, but in the best possible way.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I got it was this awesome sticker for
cool.
the mysterious Murasame Castle from Nintendo. And it has a bigger stick that someone put on it. And this one even sounds better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
They have real Seimitsu sticks on them, which is cool. And I'll talk a little bit about the experience so far. So, like, what games I've been playing with them. I made a discovery today, though, that I'll start with.
Yeah.
This is super comfortable in my lap. I've noticed. Like,
Yeah.
I had been playing it only on the desk. But this holding it in my lap is just perfect. It's just so much easier.
That's how you do it.
And also, it works amazing for side scrollers. And so far, like, I tried a little Ninja Gaiden, I tried Metroid. Metroid, it felt like cheating. Because
Really?
the buttons are so big, I can just double tap them and I fire so fast. It feels amazing. Yeah.
Man.
And Castlevania, it felt amazing too. You know, I brought out the NES Advantage again to kind of compare and contrast.
Oh, no contest.
Well, yeah, there's no real contest, but I still think the NES Advantage is cool. My particular one did not feel as good as yours did. I also learned later that actually these are ASCII sticks made by the ASCII Corporation.
Yeah.
And they published Wizardry back in the day, so you might know them from there. But it's also, the NES Advantage is actually based on the third iteration. So they had an ASCII Stick 2 Turbo.
I didn't know.
Those were plastic, though. But they had a turbo button, and it had an indicator of when your inputs were lined up. And then they had the ASCII Stick Junior, and that didn't have a real micro switch stick.
The Weenie Hut Junior one is the one we got?
Yeah, yes, and that's what became the NES Advantage. So the NES Advantage is still an ASCII stick. It's just like the junior baby version.
Yeah. Damn.
But I'll tell you, it's kind of a trip to. So the game that we tested together, me and Sakina, was River City Ransom.
Ooh.
And just like having two sticks, like, you know, picking things up, doing your kicks and shit. I was like, it makes it feel like such a more premium system. Like,
you want to hear about an epic gamer moment I had?
Yes.
When I was at Frankie's house?
Yes.
I'm playing the Scott Pilgrim game with Gloria.
Nice.
And in River City Ransom, there's an underpass and there's a secret store, like at a specific tile.
Okay,
in the
I haven't
background.
beaten it yet, so I'm not aware of this.
Okay, there's a secret store on like a tile in the background when you're going like underneath like a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going underneath a bridge in Scott Pilgrim, and I'm like, this is River City Ransom. I wonder if there was a secret store in exactly the same spot.
Oh, dude, what a nice! That's an Easter egg right there.
Yeah.
Like, we could have used that for our Easter conversation.
And not only that, it's like we're the best stuff in the game. It's like the cheater shit. That's where it's sold. So. And it was the same in Scott Pilgrim, but we didn't have enough money to buy any of it because we only didn't have enough money to buy any of it because Gloria wanted to go in every single store and wanted to buy stuff in every single store.
Yeah.
Before we got to it, or else we probably would have.
You know, she's grown up in a shopping.
Well, that's her
family
favorite thing in
that
the
makes
game.
videos
It's like,
about.
we got to go to the stores. We got to buy the stuff.
Let's go to the store.
Yeah, it's like every 3 steps there'd be another store, and you'd have to go into all of them. So, no, but it was fun.
Yeah, that is a really cool inclusion for that game.
River City Rant, yeah, that's a game. That's one of those games where if you know what you're doing, you can beat it in like 25 minutes, probably.
I'm sure. Yeah, but it just controls nice and it looks nice. It's cute.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I wish I got more into the sequels. Like, there's one on 3DS. That's actually one of the games I purged when I was selling stuff last year.
I thought you were just talking about the other Kunio-kun games in general.
Oh, well, yeah, those are fun. Like, the dodgeball game is fun.
There's one that's like called like Downtown City Race, and it's literally just like
Crashing the Boys Street Challenge.
Is that what it's called? Wait, did
That's
that come
what it's
out
called
here?
in America, yeah.
I didn't realize it came out here.
Yeah,
that's really funny. It's just like, what the hell were they thinking? What is this?
It's fun. It's like well, it's like track and field, but like River City Ransomified.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I think
fun.
those games are awesome.
Yeah, they're fun.
All right. Well, should we wrap this up?
Yeah.
We're at almost 50 minutes.
Shout out
All right.
Fanatic, everybody. Like
and subscribe.
and subscribe.